Can I tell you something? If I want to be 100% honest with you on something.
Yeah.
When you first texted me that we were going to be doing the podcast a little later, I was pissed. I was so pissed. But I was pissed because I misread it. Because you put 9:30 and in your text you would put it your time or whatever, right? But in the blind rage, all I saw was 9:30. And I was like, she wants me to stay up until 9:30? I gotta go to bed, okay? I'm an old man. I gotta get to sleep. This is not cool. Queen Judy is just a little bit up on her high horse right now. And then I took a breath and I said, oh, wait, no.
And you finished the text message?
Yeah. 9:30 her time, and she's 2 hours. She just wants to move the show 30 minutes later. Queen J is not so monstrous after all.
First of all, let me just say, you wake, or what did you say? You going to sleep early? Monday mornings, I see a text message that was sent at like 2 a.m. my time. I go, why is Ryan still up at 12 a.m. saying that all the clips are done? He should be asleep.
That must have been, I'd say I did him way before that.
No, it was a few Mondays ago. Not recent Mondays, but a few Mondays
no,
ago.
but I'm saying either way, like, I don't know. Like, my phone be messing up because I've not been, like, I would have told you I had a one day the other night I could not sleep to save my life. I was up every 90 minutes. It was terrible.
Ugh.
But I didn't text you on that night, so I just don't know. I ain't got nothing for you. I'm sorry. Welcome to a conversation with Judy and Ryan right here on YouTube at takeabreathpod. Sorry, I got my buttons mixed up on that one. I'll start over. Welcome to a conversation with Judy and Ryan right here on YouTube at takeabreathpod. If you listen via audio, you can find us wherever you do audio podcasts, Spotify, Apple Podcasts,
Amazon maybe.
Maybe. I don't know, okay? I don't know. I don't listen. Really. I go on YouTube and I stay on YouTube.
Spotify girl all day.
Real quick, what is the most underrated sport?
I don't know. It's figure skating?
No, figure skating is perfectly rated, as in we want to see it once every 4 years and leave me the fuck alone. Thank you.
Okay.
It's hockey. It's obviously hockey. Like, we love it. But as a national thing, it gets no run. It gets no run.
You're right.
You know, right now, the Florida Panthers, who were in the Stanley Cup final last year, are destroying the league. And unless you live in Miami, you have not heard a god dang thing about it.
Nope.
So, oh, man. All right. Real quick, I wanted to follow up on everything I talked about last week, just very shortly. Just to say, while I shared stuff that was, you know, from my past, I also have fully come to terms with my mom and that instance, okay?
Right.
And what I mean by that, like, I don't harbor ill will against her for that. I did not say this part last week at all. I was too busy feeling bad for myself. But I don't feel anything bad. We've talked about it. She's apologized. Like, that is not me saying that I think she did anything that she still needs to do anything to make it up to me. That's just me saying that while I may have fully forgiven her for that, I still have to deal with what happened as a result
of that.
That's what I meant from that, you know? Because, like, when it comes to families,
I don't have friends. I got family.
That's right. When it comes to families, they're complicated. Like, we always want to think of them as what we see in movies, where everyone's got a real happy childhood, and then fast forward to when they're 27, and that's just what their entire life was. That's all you. But that's not what it is. You want to know what real family is? Go watch Succession. Okay? That's what family actually is. It's like, I love you to a point. And what I mean by that is, like, I'll still love you, but to a point, you're going to not enjoy the love anymore. Okay?
Yeah.
So, and we all do stuff that we don't realize is going to be detrimental in the moment, whether it's as parents, whether it's as friends, whether it's as partners. So, that is one thing I wanted to make sure that I got out there, is that I told that story, and I even had to like call my mom and be like, Mom, I just want you to know we talked about this. And she's like, I mean, that's fine. I just thought we were like past it. And that's when this part clicked in my head, and I was like, I did not talk about that. But we are, like, her and I are 100%, like, she's my mom. I love her. She loves me, supports me, all that stuff. So, if you want to send me another box of chips, Mom, I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad. I'm just saying, maybe it doesn't have to be 78 bags of chips, but like, like a little small, like a little sampler size. Asher's got baseball snacks coming up. We're the snack team, so like we could use a box of chips, So just remember that
Family
is complicated. So, nothing's ever perfect, but as long as it's about love, that's all that matters. But that's all that should matter anyway.
Right. Sure.
Did you see the interview that Seth Rogen gave earlier this week about not being a parent, how amazing his life is and everything?
No,
Okay.
I didn't know he. Why was he interviewing about this?
I don't know. Like, I think it was just like he was interviewing for something. I didn't do the research on that.
Does he have a new movie coming out or something?
Probably. He's always got something coming out. Okay, he's a very famous actor / writer producer. Okay,
Could I not smoke weed? Probably. Would I just much rather smoke weed all day? Yes.
Exactly. He's just busy smoking weed, and to that point, as you could see on the screen at TABPOD, wherever you're looking, he brought up, I don't know anyone who gets as much happiness out of their kids as we get out of our non-kids, Seth said at the time. Like, we're fucking psyched all the time. We're laying in bed Saturday morning, smoking weed, watching movies naked. If we had kids, we could not be fucking doing this. To which I say, Seth, yes, you could. I mean, yeah, it could be detrimental, right? But it might not be. And I say it like this, okay? I smoke weed on Saturday mornings. I sleep, let's just say, in my birthday suit at times. Like, I fall asleep in shorts and I wake up without them. It's a whole thing. So,
All right.
It gets hot, okay? It's hot. So, the kid comes into the room at times, and I'm just under the blanket, or I gotta grab a blanket real quick, and guess what? There are times that I'm not fast enough, and he sees it. Guess what? It's what made him, okay? Deal. I gotta see yours, you gotta see mine. That's just the part of life that we're at. And I say that just because he's like way too comfortable with his body around his family. He'll just walk around naked wherever. We have had to really, really work with him on not just like slinging it all over the house. And now even still, he'll go and he'll take his shower. And then from the shower, he'll put the towel on, go from the bathroom into his bedroom. And then while he's getting his like jammies on or whatever, if something happens in between, he's just running out into the living room like, yo, I need another nighttime diaper. Oh, why didn't you put it on first? You're just out here, just without. I could see that you could have just said, I need one. You didn't have to come out here. Yeah, but I just wanted to do it so that, like, I don't care. Like, you love me. You see me. It's fine. No, it's not the point. The point is, you shouldn't be naked. I'm a grown man. I can be naked if I want to. You're a child. And he goes back into his room, and he's like, all right, fine, I'll go put my fucking clothes on. I don't care, Dad, whatever. So, but I say all that to say, like, you know, if he doesn't want to have kids, good for him. I'm not saying that you should have kids or whatever. I'm just saying parenting is what you make out of it, right? Like, it gets to be the version of it that you want it to be, good or bad.
Mm-hmm.
So, speaking of, how's the Yodster? How's the little baby Keith coming?
I mean, hopefully it's coming soon, but we'll see in like a few months, maybe, you know.
Are you ovulating? Is that what it is? And you got to get on the ovulation clock?
Duh, that's what we've been doing like these last 3 months.
How does that work? Like, do you take your temperature all day and then you're like, oh, I've hit 98.2 degrees. Time to stick me.
No, you gotta pee on a stick every day after like your period ends, and then you have like 10 days in between, then you start peeing on a stick. And this little stick will tell you like you're ovulating or you're not. So
that's interesting.
Yeah.
I got like
peeing the sticks every day.
Asher was borderline a mistake, so we didn't do all that. Like, we were trying, but we weren't like, okay, we need to start trying. It was just like,
yeah.
It was like one day, like, hey, and I was like, hey,
and then
yeah. So
and then Asher came.
Yeah, and he's the love of my life now. He's a little bundle of joy. He just walks around slinging his dick anytime that he's out of nighttime underwear. Oh, wow. God. All right. But I brought that up to bring up that I'm doing all of this stuff for Asher's baseball team. Well, not team, but like we're doing the snacks. But honestly, like the snacks is part of it. I don't care about that. What bothers me about Asher doing baseball is the baseball. It sucks. I hate baseball so much. It's boring. It's slow. It's if you like baseball, that's fine. It's not for me. Okay. But then on top of it, Asher's got mother effing Bill Belichick for his coach. His practices, he's 8, by the way. For anyone curious, he's 8 years old. His practices go from 7:30 to 9:30. Okay, that's for me a bit late, but he's not in charge of the league schedule, so okay. Right?
Okay.
But then he's like keeping them after for like 15, 20 minutes doing extra drills and giving rah speeches. Like, bro, I have to go to bed, okay? I don't care. He could wake up whenever. I'll take him to school. He could be asleep still. I got to go to bed. So there's that. He does that at practices and after the game, same thing. It goes from 7:30 until basically 9:30, and then he's giving them they won. They won the game 16-6, okay? They won the game 16-6, and he gave them a speech after like they lost. By the way, this is like regular Little League, okay? I understand that someone out there is going to be like, Ryan, you understand, the kids got to learn at a young age in order to be able to make themselves. No. This is not that league, okay? This is the league that lets you know if your kid is good enough to get him into that type of thing, right? So we ain't in for the Bill Belichicks of baseball in this league. This one, we want like not even Andy Reid because he's trying to win. We don't care. We want who's the dude in Cincinnati? Zach. We want Zach.
Who's Zach?
The head coach in Cincinnati.
I don't know his last name. Yeah.
Oh, I think it's Brown. Hold on.
You don't want like a Rob Saleh?
No, I mean, actually, hold on. I gotta figure out Zach.
Oh my God. Do you need help?
No, it's Zach Taylor. Zach Taylor. We want a guy who's just happy to be there. Like Rob Saleh even. No, because at some point he's going to like blow a gasket He's the next level up. We want that kind of energy, but we want the next. At this level, we just want like, I'm gonna get your kids to do as best as they can, try as hard as they can, learn how to be part of a team, right? But I don't want military execution. No, you need to be 13 inches to the left. That's where you line up in left center, okay? Like, I don't need all that.
Yeah.
And then maybe Seth Rogen is onto something with not being a parent, because I just got a lot of stuff to say. Asher told me I need to get a lawyer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like out of the blue? Like
It came home. He was like, Dad, do you have a lawyer? Oh, no, I'm sorry. Dad, you should get a lawyer. And I was like, well, I've had lawyers in the past when I've needed them for like, like, you know how me and your mom just aren't anymore? Like, lawyer. I didn't tell him that. I should have, the little son of... Anyway. So I told him, I was like, I've had lawyers for stuff. He's like, oh, well, why don't you keep them? And I was like, because you just use a lawyer when you need one.
Yeah.
Right. And he was like, nuh-uh, because if you had a lawyer, you wouldn't have gone to jail. Excuse me, sir? Excuse me, sir? I told you that so that you wouldn't feel like I lied to you about anything, and that you would also know that just that kind of stuff can happen to regular people. And you're just throwing it in my face all the time.
Wow.
It's like, no, Dad, I just want you to stay out of jail. I love you. I'm not going back to jail.
Does he think you're a criminal?
I think so.
Oh my God.
And let me tell you, if I'm a criminal, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, because Asher might be a bully. Like, I don't think he's the kind of bully where like he grabs you real close. He's like, look, if you don't give me your lunch, you're going to have a lot of...
right.
No.
I don't think there's a lot of bullies like that these days.
Right. But for whatever reason, people keep giving him stuff in quantities that just doesn't sound natural to me. Okay. He came home and he was like, hey, Dad, guess how many primes I have? The drink. Guess how many primes I have? I don't know. 1, since I know that you left with maybe $3 in your pocket.
Yeah.
I got 3. Okay, sir. Where are you? By the way, I want to say primes
like
are
the
like
energy drinks?
No, the hydration drinks.
Oh, yeah.
Like
okay.
the coconut water drink. He can drink them. It's fine.
Okay.
But where did you get the money for these 3 primes? What's happening there? He's like, oh, well, this kid at school, he had $6 and he gave it to me. Wait. I wouldn't give someone a goddamn quarter if they didn't have a good reason for needing it. He gave you $6? He's like,
yeah.
Well, yeah, I asked him for it and he gave it to me. Oh!
He asked for $6 from his
He's like, can I have
classmate?
that? Yeah. I was like, oh my God. You give that money, you're giving that money back, just so you know. But he gave it to, I don't care. You do not just take other people's money.
He's like, but I asked.
At least give him a hand job or something. Fuck, man.
The thoughts,
weird.
opinions, and expressions of Clownboy Ryan
Look, I don't
in
know.
no way
I
reflect
don't
those
say
of
who's
Judy
into what,
herself,
okay?
the A Conversation with Judy and Ryan podcast.
It was a little
or parent
weird.
Company, Take
That's
a
why I
Breath
hit the
Productions.
disclaimer. It's a
All
little
rights
weird,
reserved.
but
Copyright
it's fine.
2020.
Okay?
Okay. Anyway, so your son's a bully.
He's a bully. So.
Wow. Well, maybe
right.
that parent-teacher conference should have gone a little better last time.
Dude, you're telling me. Good Lord. So I started off thinking that that Seth Rogen was just incorrect about parenting, and now I'm thinking he might actually have a point. Thanks, kid.
Yay, you're the best thing in my
All
life.
right, give me some. He really is. I love him so much. Like he's a little con artist. Like as soon as he learns how to con without giving himself away, I'm gonna be in real trouble. Like that's when I'm gonna start
Yeah.
getting the phone calls. Like, Mr. Erison, we're down here at the precinct, and we need you to come pick up.
Oh my
He said his
God.
name was Steven Adams, but his ID is coming back as an Asher. So we're gonna need you to pick. Like that's when I'll know I'll be in trouble. Okay.
Yeah.
But for right
Yeah.
now, he's just really really confident in himself, and he asks for because we've always showered him with love, so he just feels like he's an only child. Oh, I really wish you would stop. We told him so many times, stop fucking asking people for stuff. Okay, sorry, I'm getting off track. Give me some soul bleach, please. What's going on? What's the millennial thing? You were telling me about
Oh,
millennial
yes.
things earlier, and I want to know.
All right. So it was just so random. I was leaving work and, I stopped by my boss's office, just to say bye. And he's like, hey, can you come in here real quick so I can show you some access I'm trying to give one of our consultants? I was like, yeah, sure. Let me see what I can help with. So, he's showing me this and he's like, oh, I need to like give access to this consultant to some program. I was like, okay. I go, we probably need to get him added to the system because he's probably, he's a consultant. He's not an employee. We need to add him as a contractor, blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh, I'll do it first thing tomorrow morning. I go, is there someone, as I'm leaving, I'm like, is there someone I can put the name of like he can mirror their access? He's like, oh yeah, so-and-so. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And I'm like here texting it to myself. And he's like, oh, do you need me to forward it? He's like, do you need me to forward their contact info? Like, do you need me to email? I was like, no, I'm just texting it to myself. I'll see it tomorrow morning. And he's like, oh, that's so millennial of you. Like out of nowhere. And so I'm walking, I'm like, okay, bye.
Oh
And
no,
I'm walking.
it's a wild EP appearing out of nowhere.
And
She
she closed
doesn't
the
give
door.
a shit about the show.
She never does.
Wow.
Just kidding. Just kidding, Alex. I didn't mean that. Sorry.
I
EP.
did.
Anyways.
I meant it, EP.
He
Okay. You sit there and you take that. Anyway.
So anyways, I'm walking to my car and I go, is texting something to myself a millennial thing?
I mean,
I don't know why he would say that. It was just so weird and like
how much
random.
older is he than you?
He's probably my parents' age. No, he is my parents' age. He's my parents are like 5 years older than my boss. So,
I mean,
and my dad's like 60, so he's like 54, 55.
Yeah, I guess I could see why he would say it's a millennial thing, but it's not. It's no more a millennial thing than emailing yourself.
Yeah,
which is what he was going to do. Like, it's just,
no, he was going to email me.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, sending an email, like if you had emailed it to yourself or whatever, like it's all the same. It's just the way that you choose to go through your work stack. So
yeah. I go, I'll just text it to myself so it'll be there. And he's like,
you know
it really
what?
just bothered me.
I think I got it because he's gonna classify himself as a boomer. Okay.
Okay.
So, or we're gonna classify him as that, whatever. So he's not as connected to his phone. For him, a phone is a phone. We use our phones to call. And maybe look at like a picture of our nephew on the internet. But
our kids.
Our phone is for, well, he's older. Like hopefully his kids are fucking out.
No, he has young kids. He had kids late in life.
Oh,
he has young kids.
So
his youngest son is like 5.
He's one of those boomers who be fucking. Okay, I respect that. Okay, good for you, sir. You always got some lead in your pencil. I appreciate that. But yeah, that's what it is. It's just he just, to him, a phone is for making phone calls, and the fact that you utilize it as what most people, I don't even want to say our age, just most people who are technologically savvy use their phone for, because you can do all of your, the only thing I use my actual computer for is for stuff related to this show, editing, filming,
100%,
all that stuff, right? Everything clerical like bills or just any grocery lists,
Mhm.
you know, invites that I didn't get that I make lists of, just all that stuff. It's all on my phone.
Yeah,
So
it's true. It's
I don't
yeah.
know.
I don't know, but
Uh,
it's just funny because I remember his last assistant before me told me he's like he's not into texting. And I got my boss into texting because I'm like, oh, just text me if you need anything because I don't want him to call me on the weekends. Like, just text me if you need anything. So now he texts me. I was like, girl, you don't know what you're talking about. But she was also an older lady, so I don't know.
yeah, well, she probably was like, "Oh, well, I tried to do it one time and he said no,
Right?
and at my house I get hit if he says no more than once, so I'm done."
Maybe. It was,
Older lady in Texas, right? Like that's just. I'm looking at you, Houston's. Okay, God.
The thoughts,
Yes.
opinions,
I can't.
and
I just
expressions
like I'm
of
talking
Clownboy
about
Ryan
domestic
in no
violence. I
way
can't
reflect
actually.
those
You really
of
were,
Judy herself,
yeah.
the A Conversation with Judy and Ryan podcast, or parent company, Take a Breath Productions. All
I
rights
don't know,
reserved.
she was
Copyright
a hot
2020.
mess. So that sounds like, ooh. No.
Well, and you were telling me that something else was going on at work too.
Oh my God. It's been a week, y'all. I'm just I had to complain to Val. I go, Val, how do I
Oh,
work
Val,
with
the mother of my
such
child.
yes, yes, yay, hey Val. I had to complain to her, like, girl, I work with some stupid people. And I'm not exaggerating. So one instance, this lady, okay, first let me say our company is pretty big and we have hospitals and facilities all around the country. So I'm used to working with all of the time zones. And I send out all these monthly calls that my boss has to be on with the different markets. So I sent an invite to the Arizona market, and each invite has like the title in the sub, the title, and it'll always say like what time it is, and I'll always put Central Time or like CT.
Right.
So this invite was for 1 p.m. CT. And this lady in Arizona comes back and emails my boss. She doesn't email me. She emails my boss directly and was like, "Can you clarify that you put 1 p.m. on the invite, but then the actual time on the calendar shows 11 o'clock our time?" And my boss CCs me in his reply. He goes, "Judy, can you please handle this?"
Judy, please, because I will kill her. And
Like,
don't get me
"Judy, please
wrong.
handle this." I was like, so then I had to tell, like, I didn't want to be a bitch. I just looked at it and I'm like, lady, so I had to explain to her. I was like, yes, it is 1 p.m. Central Time because with daylight savings, we are now going to be 2 hours ahead of you instead of the one. So that's why it shows us 11 a.m. on your invite. And she's like, thank you for clarifying.
Also, like that's one of those things where I can understand where she's coming from. Pause,
Yeah.
real quick
Mhm.
before anyone wants jumping. I can understand where she's coming from, but you have to be self-aware enough to know how that question is going to come off, right?
Mhm.
So you have to phrase it in a way, like she said, to follow up. Hey, I just want to clarify. My thing says 11:30. Is that because of the time difference, or did I get something? Like, put the blame on yourself, so that when you ask a stupid question, they just think to themselves, "Oh, this person's just kind of stupid. It's fine. I'm gonna be nice to them because they dumb. Okay, it's fine." Like, that's what people don't understand. I do that shit all day at work. All day. Look, I I think you did something stupid, but I'm gonna make it sound like I'm not sure how stupid it is. And I'll make you feel good about it when you explain it to me. And guess what? Sometimes I'm right. And they are like, oh shit, no, you caught something. Thank you. And sometimes I'm wrong. And they're like, don't you worry about that. Thanks for calling. Anytime you need, like, just
Yeah, right.
people need to stop. Oh God. But no one can But that's the thing. Nobody wants to come off as not being
Of course.
knowledgeable, let's just say, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I don't know if this lady is like new because these are monthly calls. They literally get it every month.
Well, that's
I'm like,
that I didn't even realize. If it's also something that's happening all the time, like, yeah, now you're just being dumb on 2 levels.
yeah. So I was like, yikes. My boss was like, please handle this. I was like, okay. He's like, I don't have time to reply to these questions like this.
Can you just send a text or something? Okay, just send her a text. I don't know. It's faster
Can
when
you
you do
just
it. Okay.
tease her like?
Oh,
He just
I
needed
gotta
it
go
out of
home.
his inbox.
I gotta go home and fuck my wife. Okay, like I'm fucking. Okay, Judy, I gotta go home and take care of my 3-year-old kid. I'm 72. I got a 3-year-old. Okay, you think I got time for this? I ain't got time, Judy. Okay.
His kid's age is kind of spaced out. Now I think about it. He has like a 14-year-old, and then his youngest is 5. So
So he had a baby. He had a oopsie baby. Okay, that's what that is. Let's be honest. It's either I had a oopsie baby, or it's like what's gonna happen to me, where you had a child with one baby mama, and now you're gonna end up having another one, and the timeline. Like, I really wanted to make it so that Asher would have maybe like a lesser of a gap. But guess what? You're just big bro now, okay? You just is an extra parent in this household, essentially, okay?
Yo, okay, this is like totally side note. Did I ever tell you about one of my friends? He was like 28, and his mom had another baby.
Get the what?
True story. True story.
Like, on
John, I love
purpose?
you. Not on purpose.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay.
I mean, obviously.
Also, well, here's the other thing though that makes it weird. Okay, how young was mom when she
was
had
young.
him? Yeah.
She
Okay.
was-
Because that's
She
a
was like
that's a
16.
big piece.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because that's a big piece. Because like at some point, unlike guys talking about your boss, he can just shoot shots forever. A woman's stuff shuts down. That's why women at 28 are like, yo, where's the baby? Where's my baby? Okay. I'm not speaking from experience or anything.
But
So-
yeah, I was just cracking up. He's like, yeah, we didn't think my mom was pregnant. We just thought she was, getting a little chunkier.
Thought she was fat. We said, Mom, we need you to go on it. Sorry, I was thinking about the guy who was telling his wife to make a roast after 2 days of being out of the hospital. I don't have it set up where I'd play it right now, but man.
Oh no.
God.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Sean, good for you, big bro. Good for you, buddy. Oh, God. All right. Before
John. Did you said Sean?
I thought you said Sean. His name's John?
No, John.
Sean
yeah.
John?
No, just John.
Is Diddy? Your friend's Diddy?
No. Ew. I would not be friends with Diddy.
He is a sexual animal. I don't want to say sexual predator because that has a connotation, right? And until anything has been proven, like we just have accusations at this point, right?
Well, yeah, but he already paid it out or whatever.
No. I get that. I'm just saying we are in a society in which stuff comes out and then the truth gets, washed over in glamorization. And next thing you know, Diddy has had sex with half of Hollywood, both men and women, right? And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that he didn't. I'm just saying that it would have been hard to do it at the rate in which he has been accused of at this point. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Like, if you did it, if you were able to knock all that out, Diddy, good for you. Because there are some names on that list that just like, I'm not talking about Meek Mill. I'm talking about like Devin Haney, okay? Champion boxer of the world. People are just like, yeah, he was at that pool party. You know what was happening. Like, what? Come on. So that's what I'm just saying about that. You got me all. I was all ready to talk about this boxing match. Speaking of championship boxing.
Oh, with my favorite brother?
The favorite brothers. So Jake Logan. If you didn't remember, there was a time that Judy called the Paul brothers Jake and Paul Logan. That's what you
I
thought
don't know
the
why
name
y'all
was.
have like your first name as a last name. Just me.
Yeah, it's your fault, guys. You
Mm.
blame your parents.
Yep.
But Jake Paul signed another fight. And I'm not going to lie, when I heard that this fight was happening, I didn't believe it at first, okay? So
Mm-hmm.
if you guys could see at TABPOD, Netflix and Most Valuable Promotions partner on Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson, a global blah, 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 happening on Netflix Saturday, July 20th. So
Yeah.
I saw this morning on Twix, and I swear I thought this was just a really poorly photoshopped poster. Okay. I saw this. I was like, all right, yeah, somebody put 4 minutes into this. Like, good for them. And
You're
then,
like, is it April 1st?
Exactly. And then I see this promotional video. I don't need all that. I see this promotional video in which it's actually happening. And I just cannot believe that Jake Paul is somehow getting a fight with Mike Tyson. It's amazing to me. And so I went real quick. I looked at the stats, right?
Okay.
Jake Paul's most recent fight against some dude in Puerto Rico last week was he weighed in at 199 pounds. Mike Tyson in his most recent fight with Roy Jones Jr. weighed in at 200 or around, it says 220 pounds, and his fighting weight was at 218. Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So I want to be very, very specific about this when I talk. Okay. And why this is a farce of a match. Okay. The reason it's a farce of a match is because if Tyson does not put him away, I'll be credible and say 3 rounds. If he hasn't knocked Jake Paul out in 3 rounds, this is not real. Tyson has, let's see. Yep, you can double Jake Paul's life, and Tyson still has more boxing life experience than Jake Paul. Okay?
Okay.
So that's just from a boxing perspective. So we're not even talking physical, just like his acumen and his knowledge are that much more superior. If Jake had been starting to learn boxing from the day he was born, Mike would still have more boxing acumen if you doubled his age. Probably. I'm not doing the math. Anyway, the next thing, and this is actually where it comes into play. I understand Tyson is old, right? He's like 57 or something. And he's going against a much younger fighter. But the thing people don't always realize about boxing specifically is that 10 pounds, if it's natural weight, is so devastating as far as power goes. And what I mean by that is natural weight, like I'm saying, whatever you're naturally built at. Like me, I could probably, if I dieted and exercised and everything, I can get down to 160. But I am naturally built to be a 200-pound person. Like, I'm just, my chest is broad enough. My titties are big enough. Like, that's just who I am. But Jake Paul is probably naturally 210. Tyson was fighting at 218, which means he was probably walking around at 230, 240. That's how big of a person he naturally is. So he's just got thicker bone density. And if you're wondering why that's a big deal, it's the same reason why if a man or if a female transitions to be a man after they've hit puberty, even with testosterone shots, they are not able to compete with natural men in sports on, in certain things because they haven't had that natural kind of bone density, testosterone fueled body their entire life. It's just, that's what it is. Like, some people got more than me. Like, it's just what it is. So that's where I'm coming from. If he's maybe, there's too much stuff going against Jake Paul that if anything other than a 3-round knockout happens, this was fake, is a farce, and no one should ever watch Jake Paul fight again. And I'm not saying pay to watch. I'm saying watch, because this is happening on Netflix. This is happening on fucking Netflix. It's the only reason I'm going to watch. It's because I already pay for Netflix. If it was on anything else, I would get a link just like the rest of the stuff that I watch. Oh.
True.
So,
but I mean, I heard on the radio, like they're like, oh, we got, the doctor's got to make sure that Mike is healthy enough and like, with the heart rate monitors and what have you, just to make sure his body can handle it. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, and don't get me wrong, I've defended Jake Paul on like his boxing career and stuff because literally this is what boxers do in order to get a record of 20-0. That's how you have 8 guys in relatively the same weight class that are all undefeated, because they go and they fight a bunch of nobodies. I'm not saying Tyson's a nobody. I'm saying like he's a has-been.
Right.
And that because he's old. That's, so he sees the advantage in that. But, same thing like I was saying, Devin Haney, who's going to fight Ryan Garcia soon. People don't care about boxing. They don't know what the fuck's going on. But he went to Mexico to get like his first 20 fights against guys you will never hear about. But they're all considered professional fighters. And that's how he got up to having 20 wins or whatever, 0 losses. And now you can promote, oh, I got this undefeated fighter. So Jake Paul fucked up by fighting Tommy Fury and already getting that 1 loss on his record. Sorry, dude. Like, no one's ever going to take you serious. Honestly, yes, that's how I know no one will take him seriously. He could knock Tyson out, and I will still believe that it was fake. He could legitimately knock him out, and I'll say, I don't care. It's AI. It's AI generated, okay? What kind of Generation Z bullshit is this? Okay, this is what Generation Z sports are now. I don't think so. This is not
Family.
No, my family doesn't do that. Okay, my family says
no.
to that.
My millennial family.
Exactly. Oh God. I noticed that I have a tick, like a nervous tick. It's sucking my brain right here. But I tend to wipe my face and beard a lot. I didn't realize. You're like, yeah, I see it. I didn't notice it until the other day when I was playing the podcast, and I was like, okay. And I did. I was like, oh, okay. And then I hit another video, and I was like, oh. So, yeah, I didn't realize the beard makes me need to make sure everything's like clean. You guys saw that behind the scenes on our TikTok. You know what I'm talking about. Gotta make sure it's not on your chin, okay? Oh man. Okay, that does it for the first half of a conversation with Judy and Ryan. It's been some ups and been some downs, but we had some fun through it all. Coming up though, I am going to be sharing a story with you. That's just another story in a long line of fat, funny stories that I have. I'm going to be sharing one of those with you. I'm also going to let you know about an unintended kink that I've recently discovered that I have.
Okay.
Judy is going to share some of her dumb love stuff. And I'm just going to put it, it's dumb. I'm just going to say it now. Whatever it is. She hasn't even told me. I'm going to say it's dumb.
Sure it is.
And, God damn it. I got to hear about fucking girl math again. All that more on a conversation with Judy and Ryan. Woo! Girl math. Welcome back to a conversation with Judy and Ryan on YouTube at takeabreathpod. Judy, why are you laughing?
Because you look so funny when you were doing.
I'm trying to be serious. Trying to be a serious guy here, okay? You're just giggling away. It's not cool, okay? It's not cool. By the way, I don't have to apologize because my neighbors aren't here. Like they're out of town or something. So I can be as loud as I want. Now that I can be loud, I don't want to be loud anymore.
Right.
Anyway, I told you. That's just another story in a long line of fat, funny stories that I have. That's right. That's it's time for a fat funny story. So the reason I wanted to talk about this, other than it's funny, is remember how I snapped my ankle on Super Bowl Sunday?
Yes.
So we're now midway, we're like a week and a half into March almost.
Yes.
And my ankle is still swollen.
Oh, damn.
It's still swollen. Yeah.
Up.
Okay. Yeah, you see it? You see it?
A little. A little. Yeah.
Okay. Oh man. Oh, hold on. Oh god.
Oh, he's cramping. He's
my
cramping.
hamstrings cramping. Oh, my hamstring. Okay.
Oh no.
We're good.
No.
We're good.
Okay.
So I brought that up because yeah, my ankle's still swollen. It still hurts in like certain movements. Like I say that like if I flex it, like I'm trying to stretch my ankle out, then it hurts.
Yeah.
But it doesn't just hurt when I'm walking anymore. So that's good. I'm thinking I'll finally be able to go back to the gym, but I'm like super concerned because I don't want to go back to the gym and then mess my ankle up more. And now I'm out for another month. Like I'm so stupid ankle being swollen the size of an egg still just makes me be like, I don't know. By the way, okay, so oh god, this is gonna suck. Just so you can see the other ankle.
God.
Oh
God.
god.
Don't
Oh
fall.
god. Oh, see?
Oh, you
See?
can't tell the difference. Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Oh god. Oh, my hammy. Oh,
He's a little struggling over here.
oh. It does not feel good.
He just be making all the noises, y'all. I
Yeah,
don't
'cause it-
understand.
Cause it hurts. It's not good. It's not like when you pull my hair. Not you. What? What?
What?
What? Anyway, moving on.
Catch your breath, right?
Oh,
It's okay.
I
Take some
told you
deep breaths. Some deep.
I have not been to the gym, and my muscles are like fossilizing, or what is it when you're stuck in bed for a long time? Your muscles.
Degenerate.
No, it's not degenerate. It's hold on, muscle
Deteriorate.
stiffness. Deteriorate. Hold on, muscle. Bed stuck. I can't even think. Muscle. That's spasticity. No. No, not rigidity. Oh god, there's definitely spasms happening right now. Holy shit. Okay, anyway. We're just gonna forget about that. We're gonna forget. We're gonna move on.
Yeah.
I promised you a fat funny story.
Yeah.
So remember how I told you about the time I was on the plane and my ankle was kind of messed up and I was in the emergency row and I told the flight attendant, like, he was like, well, we can get you a seatbelt extender, but you have to move. And I was like, there's no fucking way that I'm not
Right.
getting this emergency exit row. So the reason I was messed up was because it was Thanksgiving weekend and we had played football.
Mm-hmm.
And there wasn't actually a field to play on. So we played in the street. And for whatever reason, my brain never gets that message like, hey, buddy, you're playing on a hard surface. So maybe you don't need to dive for balls. Like, maybe you just need to chill a little bit and relax. But no, I don't know how to do that. But regardless of that, that's not the fact that I hurt myself is not the funny part. The funny part is while playing, for anyone who doesn't know, I have asthma, right? It's not really that bad, but it used to be. It used to be real bad when I was a lot bigger, right? When I wasn't so in shape as I am now with my fucking herniated hamstring. But we're playing football and the teams are even, but the teams were even, but my father-in-law at the time was sitting out, right?
Okay.
And so, no, I'm fucking this story up. He was quarterbacking for both teams. So he was part of both teams. And I'm running up and down this stupid street every time. Every time it's like, and then finally it starts catching up to me. It does. And I'm just sitting there. I'm waiting for the guy to go, "Hi." I'm like, and so, and this is why this story is always going to remain a big part of my life, because it was the only time I can ever remember that my father-in-law showed any compassion. And I'm not saying compassion to me. I'm saying compassion, period. So I'm there, like I was saying, sounding like a donkey from the Pinocchio movies. And he says, "Hey, maybe you and I should switch out and you could be quarterback for a couple plays." Immediately, my at the time fiance says, no, that would make it all unfair. He should be playing. To which everyone just looked at me going, and then looked at her, and we all had the exact same thought. Aren't you supposed to be in love with this man? Don't you want him to stay alive?
Yeah.
He looks like he's about to die. And you're over here worried about a street football game. Maybe you should call 911 before his fat ass collapses, instead of worrying about how you're down by 4 points and you really need an interception right now. And then it clicked for her too. Like last week when the $50,000 and how little that actually was clicked for me. It clicked for her and she was like, "Oh, no, it's fine." But the precedent had been set at that point, and I ain't no bitch, okay? So I was not about to be like, "Oh, she thinks I'd be a pussy if I'm not gonna play." Okay, well, I'm gonna play. I'm like, "No, I'm playing. It's fine. I like the ball. Now, go." And I ran my fat ass to the end zone. That's right.
Did you have your inhaler on you? Like, why didn't you just take a quick hit?
No, but that's the thing. Like, yes, I use my inhaler, but at some point, like, it's just like, it's like credit, right? It's like using credit. At some point, you've maxed out. And you just don't have. Your body's just like, I ain't got nothing else for you to give right now. We need oxygen from somewhere.
Okay, got it.
But the fact that I have the asthma also makes it just everything's a little bit harder is the point of saying that. So yes, I did take my inhaler, but like I said, it's not the whole body is asking for oxygen, and it's just not happening. Oh man.
Quick, sorry. I looked it up. You were talking about muscular atrophy.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's what I meant when I put muscle bed stock. You get it?
I didn't put that.
Atrophy.
I had a feeling that's what it was called. I just
Let's go, Let's go. This is perfect because you did something good, so I'm gonna reward you right now. Okay?
Okay.
Look at that, man. Look at that. If you're watching on the screen at home, Jalen Hurts is gracing our
I do love me some
screen.
Jalen Hurts.
Right?
Yes.
He's a good looking man. He's a good looking man.
Oh, yes,
now,
he sure is.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
Is he still good looking?
Yeah.
See, the way you said it though, I'm inclined to not believe you as much. Because before, when you saw Jalen, you're like, damn, right? And then you saw by the way, for anyone wondering, because you're listening,
no beard, Jalen.
He recently released a picture on his Instagram of him clean shaven. And when she saw him clean shaven, she was like, he's still good looking, right? But she had to pause now. Like, before, the Cowboys fan in Judy had no bearing. It had no bearing when she saw Jalen, right? But now she sees Jalen, and it's not doing it for her quite as much. The best thing that I can think of is like Steve Urkel back in the day.
Yes,
when he took the serum and he became Stefan Urkel, right?
Yes.
So I'm saying, with the goatee, that's Jalen. He's gonna put some stuff down for you. He's gonna lead you all the way. You know what I'm saying? And then when he takes the goatee off, hi guys, I'm Jalen. I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be team captain. We're gonna have a super sweet time. I'm super excited. He like
okay, yeah.
You know what he looks like right now? He looks like somebody who has a good credit score, and that can't be sexy, okay? Like, you can have a good credit score and be sexy, but there's never been a person alive that looked like they had a good credit score and was sexy. Nope. You gotta look like you've made some mistakes in your life to be sexy looking, okay? Oh.
I will say my husband is a very good looking man and he has great credit scores. So not to brag.
Yeah, but see, I'm going to fix. Oh, God. I'm sorry that I have to do this, Judy. But you even just fucked it up right there.
Oh,
because
okay.
I didn't say good looking. I said sexy. You just did a Freudian slip. And I'm not saying that you don't think that he's sexy, right?
Uh-huh.
But I'm saying that sexy is not the first thing that pops in your head when you're referring to him, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like, you find him attractive, you find him sexy, he gets all your parts lubricated, but there are other words that would pop in your head ahead of sexy, and your Freudian slip, in my opinion, just proved that, because you said he is a good-looking man, so you appreciate his looks, but like, you're not gonna fuck him in the back of an alley. That's what I'm saying. Like, sexy makes like he's made bad decisions, so you also will make bad decisions.
But I never called Jalen Hurts sexy. You called him sexy.
You called him. You said he's a sexy looking guy. Not today, but at times you said he's
sexy. I said he is a good looking man. It's in our TikTok.
Oh my God.
And then you're like, Judy, your seat is getting moist. I was like,
well, now it's getting moist thinking of this is actually good for you. You're like, I'm going to die on this hill. I fucking love my husband. There's no way that you're going to get me to admit that I thought anything other than he's sexy. I'll suck his dick right now if I have to, okay? Kate, get in here. Get your dick in here, Kate. Oh, well.
like, what is happening?
Well, you kind of just fucked up. You kind of just fucked up my whole thing though, because I was thinking.
Go continue, please.
No, because I was honestly thinking that you had like a goatee kink, okay? Like, and that's fine. Like, or beard, like like you just.
Is that your unintended kink?
No, I mean I think dudes look better with beards, but I don't they don't get me hard, so it's not a kink, right? Okay. But I do have an unintended kink. I see. I liked where you were going with that. You were almost there. My unintended kink. It's not Sex in the City.
It's white women. It's middle-aged white women. That's where you're going.
No.
No.
It's not white women. Oh God. It's not, but I'm showing Sex in the City, ladies, and if you are seeing right now, when I was younger, Charlotte was always the one that I was like, if you marry someone, then you go for a Charlotte, right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I was watching Oz. Sex in the City was on right before, so it's all HBO programming. But Miranda, the redhead with the short hair, always kind of did something for me in a way that I was like, this is interesting.
Why is unexpected?
This? Right? Okay. it makes sense why I would want to have sex with Charlotte, and it makes sense why I would want to have sex with Samantha, and then nobody in their right mind wants to fuck Carrie. But why would I want to have sex with Miranda? What's going on? And honestly, I think it's the hair. I think that at some point in my life, I got like a weird short hair kind of kink. And I think I've diagnosed it. It's twofold.
Okay.
I'm going to share the first fold with you, and then I'll share the second fold because I feel like you might try to eject me when I get to the second fold. So the first fold, Demi Moore. Demi Moore, especially in A Few Good Men. Look at her.
Yeah.
Just look at all super, just 90s Demi Moore. Prime.
Yes.
Before Bruce Willis used her up. Prime Demi Moore. Okay? And then, you want to go one more? Okay. Demi Moore, G.I. Jane. She went even shorter. Right?
She was bald, yeah.
Right? She went full bald, but she's even got short hair kind of in this one over here.
Yeah.
Either way.
Yeah.
So, I'm realizing I might have a short hair kink because of Demi Moore. My mom making me watch all those stupid Demi Moore movies back in the day. Why? Why would she do this to me? I don't want to look at a woman with short hair and just be like, oh yeah, I would tear that up. But that seems to be what's happening. And then the second fold.
Oh.
What about what? No, please.
No, I was gonna say, what about Sinead O'Connor? Which
see, Sinead, I would rip. I would have found Sinead sexy if she also didn't do the armpit hair thing. We all know how I feel about body hair, okay?
We do.
So body hair.
No.
Exactly. So the second fold of this, I think why I find short hair attractive is because it makes you feel as a guy more in control when you're getting domed up. And I say that because if they have short hair or long hair, like don't get me wrong, you be in control, you grab them, like you put it all in a ponytail in the back of their head and you grab it like this, you got it, right? But that's just like this one hand. You could do stuff with the other hand. There's always stuff that you could do. But like, it's like optional. But when they have short hair and you don't have the thing to grab onto, you got to grab on with both hands. Just both hands. You feel
all
in control. You feel in control. What can I say? Okay? So, thanks, Demi Moore and my mom for giving me this weird kink that was unintended.
What about Amber Rose?
Yeah, she fucked Kanye. I don't know. Like, that's... Like, I find her, like, attractive, right? She's beautiful, subjectively, or objectively, whichever one is the one where I don't have an opinion. She is a beautiful woman. However, that's a level of crazy that I don't want to stick my dick in, right? like you have got to have, you also have to be a level of crazy to get into that. So nah. But yeah, I'm glad that we were all able to share this moment. I think that I've grown as a person. These weekly therapy sessions are really starting to help. Can I just tell you, I feel like I'm really growing as a person, okay?
Oh, good.
Oh,
as you should.
I had a good week. I felt confident, right? All week.
Okay.
Anytime somebody said anything to me, I said no. Guess how many times I got to say no?
4 times.
Not one fucking time, but I was ready. Okay?
Damn.
No, I'm saying, and there wasn't a moment where somebody was like, "You're wrong," and I was like, "Fuck, I'm not wrong. I'm right." But it just didn't come up because my confidence was already there.
Oh,
People
I was
were
gonna say,
already
but did you
feeling it.
want it to happen?
I'm saying, like, no, I didn't need that. I was already projecting. I was like, "What's up?" I'm sexy right now. I've made mistakes in the past, but not anymore. What's up? On it, my pony, my shadow, ringing, come on. Oh, saddle, not shadow. Fuck.
What was that like country version of Pony you were just singing right
That was not
there?
country.
I don't know
If
what
I was doing
voice
country,
you were.
my saddle, ringing, come on, jump on it. Oh man.
Oh wow. Okay.
But yeah, no, that stuff. It's been a good week.
Interesting.
So okay,
Yeah.
I've been curious about this because we were talking about this before the show, and you asked me like, hey, what are some like cheesy things you and the EP do? And I wasn't trying to be a dick when I told you this, but I was like, I don't know. Like I said, I wasn't trying to be a dick. It's just, to me, the stuff that we do is normalized. So I'm not sure if it's cheesy or not. So
Right.
as you tell me what dumb shit you and Keith do, I will determine whether it's, whether I do anything that's out of pocket.
Okay. So let me tell you guys. So last week, I was driving home from work and I get a text from Keith and he's like, "Hey, I just saw you pass by me." And I go, "What?" And so I text back, I go, "Wait, where are you? I didn't see you." So typically I get off of work about sometimes 30 minutes before he gets out of school. So by the time he's already out of school, I'm closer to home than he is, right? But for some reason, I guess we were just stuck in traffic. He's like, "Hey, I see you." And I was like, "Oh my God." I was like, "Where are you? Like, what are you nearby, on the freeway?" And then,
This
I'm
is
like,
while you
"Wait."
guys are driving?
Yeah.
This is the most unsafe conversation I've ever
No.
heard.
Okay, we have the Siri, that Apple CarPlay. It'll,
So
it just,
what? You're still taking your concentration off the driving.
Regardless.
Okay? You're the reason my insurance is so high. Okay, it's you and your love that makes that my rates are through the roof. Anyway, go on. Tell me about this love.
Yeah, so we just kind of go on for about the next 5 minutes. I'm just kind of like, I'm like, "Oh, I'm right by the gas station, like this gas station," or I'm near that billboard.
What?
Okay, just things like that, right? And that was last week. That was the first time Keith and I were on our same freeway on our way home around the same time. So a few days ago, it happened again. But this time, we both had the same idea to take the frontage road instead of being on the main highway because there was like a lot of traffic. So we'll just take the frontage road until it ends. So we kind of bypass that. And so I'm driving and, listening to my podcast, or actually I was listening to our podcast.
Hey, see, she's trying to kick me out. Freudian slip. It's the same thing as when you call Keith good looking, unsexy. Freudian slip's trying to steal the show from me, people. You heard it here first. Anyway, keep going with the dangerous driving.
Well, this one I was at a light. All right, I'm at a light.
Regardless, you're taking your focus is away. You brought it up.
Anyways, I'm not on like physically on my phone. Anyways. So I see him bypassing me, and I know it's him because I know his license plate number. and so I tell Siri to text Keith. I was like, "Hey, you just passed by me. I'm at this exit," and he's like, "Oh yeah, they told me. Google Maps told me to take the frontage road," and I was like, "Oh my God!" And then then we start talking, and so I know this is so silly.
Well, no, I'm just still waiting for like anything that's remotely cheesy because all you've done so far is just you like to play. I will say this. You and your husband like to play the stupid pronoun game instead of just saying where the fuck y'all are. Like, where are you? I'm on the corner of X and Y. Oh, okay. No. Where are you? I'm by a sign. I've passed a gas station.
Well,
There's a hobo on the road.
Well, I can't say like we're on the corner of blah 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 if we're on the freeway. Like,
I'm on the freeway. I just passed so and so exit.
Okay, whatever. Fine. I'm gonna still go. I'm by the billboard of that Carl's Jr. that says it's 8 miles away. Okay.
Oh God! But no, that's like
So,
okay.
anyways,
Go on,
anyways.
go on.
So this is the day it took us like almost 2 hours to get home because traffic was ridiculously bad. And so I'm still on the frontage road passing by, and he like took a turn somewhere. I don't know where he went, but I'm getting back onto the freeway, and I was like, "Oh, hey, I just saw you." He's like, and then, he responds. He's like, "Yeah, I just saw you two getting on the ramp." And
Oh,
so
my
then, we
God.
just stopped. We stopped from there, right? And I'm driving home. I go, "Oh my God, this is like so cheesy of us to just keep like, being so excited that we saw each other while we're going."
Oh, that's the okay. So okay. Thank you. I
Yes,
was like, I
yes,
don't understand why this is cheesy still. So it's cheesy because you're excited, and that's why you're texting.
yes.
Okay. I just thought like honestly, I didn't
like,
know
what?
where the fuck that story was going. I was like, okay, wow, you're a couple and you text each other when you see each other. What? Okay, no, I get why. No, it's not cheesy. I don't think it's cheesy that you are excited to see each other. Now, what I will say is if this is time 432 of running into each other on the way home and you're still like, "Oh my God, I just saw you pass the Carl's Jr. billboard." Oh, then yeah, you've entered mozzarella territory, okay? Like you've gone full cheddar at this point. But no, for right now, I mean, like it's always when something is new, it's exciting, and exciting is it's what makes life worth living sometimes, because life is real fucking boring for the most part. We do the same shit most people, I should say, just do the same thing every single day, and then we get to the weekend and we either have to do things for other people all weekend and then we're pissed off and then have to go back and do the same thing every single day for the next week, or we are just so exhausted from doing every single thing for everyone else and the same thing every day that we collapse on our couch for 48 hours over a weekend. So excitement is good. Let's see. I'm trying to think what would be, you know what? It's cheesy that Keith does and you do, but I'm gonna blame him for this one because it's his love for you. Sorry, bro. I gotta. There's a bus coming, and you gotta get under it right now. Then he lets you have all these goddamn squishmallows, okay? Because don't get me wrong, I understand that you like them, but that's what I'm saying. Like, and then you're a dick about it too, because you're just in the store with your cupcake, and kids who actually would be so happy to get this fucking cupcake squishmallow are like, "Oh my God, I just want that so badly." See, that one right there. I just want it so badly, and you're just like, "Nah, bitch, it's mine." You're like Asher with his drone just on the way up to the Costco checkout with your cupcake. It's like,
those kids are like, those kids are you.
Yeah,
Molly can't get up
on the ground, just help, fuck you, I got my cupcake, right? And Keith enables this. He enables this behavior. All right, I don't know if this is cheesy or just bad form, but but I get it because he be doing the thing where like he grabs the ponytail. I get it, like So no, I'm. Look, the way that I think of relationships, honestly, if it's cheesy but you guys are happy, it doesn't matter. Like,
right,
you want to know? No, I can't share that. Can I? No, I shouldn't share that. I know someone who celebrates Naked Christmas Eve. Okay, Naked Christmas Eve. I won't tell you who. I want to, but I won't. But they do, and that's. Would you say that's cheesy? I don't know, but it's not normal either, right? Like, not saying that they can't have a normal life or whatever because they do stuff for themselves that cool, but like The one thing that I don't think about on Christmas Eve is walking around just slinging meat everywhere. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, look. Okay.
No, I don't need anyone to trip. Okay.
Oh my god. Perfect.
I have to
Perfect.
put
The
a
thoughts,
disclaimer on that
opinions,
one.
and expressions of Clownboy Ryan
no one
in no way
believes
reflect
that,
those
okay?
of Judy herself, the
Oh,
Conversation with
gosh.
Judy and Ryan podcast, or
Oh,
parent
man.
company Take a Breath
No,
Productions.
like, honestly,
all rights reserved. Copyright 2020.
I haven't seen it because I don't go on Instagram. You probably do dumb, cheesy shit on Instagram because you guys have been together for like 8 years. You're probably still on there. It's like, oh
8
my
years?
God, babe. I love you so much.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
you've been with
No,
him as
we-
long as Asher's been alive. I remember that time that Asher was being born and you and Keith were right there. That's what
Yeah.
happened. That's what happened.
Oh, we are not. I have a theory about that, and I think it's somebody else's theory too. That the longer someone writes about their significant other, like a caption on whatever social media platform they are, the worse their relationship is. That's my theory. Like, if you have to brag, like this whole thing on how, whatever. That's just me, my opinion, my own
No,
disclaimer. But
no,
I don't know.
that's a fair way to look at it. I would
Mhm.
also say that is your viewpoint through why you would be doing it, right? And I say that only because like I do think there's some truth to that, but I also think that some people are just kind of douchey and kind of think that the world does revolve around them. And so they put that kind of stuff out there thinking that they're actually showing the world what true love is.
Mhm.
What the? Damn it, Thor! Why is EP not getting a damn dog?
Is he
That's
peeing in the
right.
corner?
And he's scratching.
Oh,
But you see that?
yeah. The door
That's
opened.
that's what an alpha does, okay? I didn't ask for anything, but shit happened, okay?
Actions were taken.
Yeah, the action of me sleeping on the couch tonight. No, not tonight, but tonight when she's listening to it. So
Yes,
Tuesday,
yes.
Ryan, you're in trouble right now, buddy.
Sorry.
You better start thinking some real cheesy shit to say, okay? Oh, I love you so much, my little wubbly bubbly mama. Oh. All right, Judy, we only got 6 minutes left. I need to hear about your girl math.
Yes. Okay, so every day I look at my credit card like transactions just to make sure everything looks good, right? It's just my OCD in me. So this morning, and it just happened this morning. So this morning I looked and I go, what the hell is this charge of $137? I go, I didn't spend anything like that yesterday. Like, what's this? So then I looked, it said homeowners insurance, but then it said like return audit only. And I go, what? Because it looked like it was a charge because it didn't have like a plus sign on it. I was like, what the hell is this? And so I went through my transactions and I looked up the same homeowners insurance. And I realized back in August, I paid 6 months for our renter's insurance in full, right? And so recently we switched our car insurance with the renters and they canceled it. So I guess they gave me a refund. And so I was like, oh, $337 that we didn't have, Judy. Yay.
Judy, I tried to just stop listening halfway through that. I really did. I don't know
I
if you
know,
noticed
I
how
know.
disinterested I tried to make
I
myself.
I can see it in your face.
That's. I mean, okay, you got a refund. That's not free money. That's money that you've already paid and it came back to you, but that's not free money.
It's
Free
good money to
money
me.
is no, it's not. Because free money is if someone just handed you $115 that you at no point ever had. Okay, like yes, I will concede and say this is money that I could spend on shit that I was not planning on being able to spend. I will concede that point to you. Kudos for getting a refund. Huzzah! But what I will say is that it's not free.
And so
And the only way-
that's exactly what I texted Keith though when I saw. I was like, "Guess who got free money?" And I'm like,
Keith,
#girl math.
please freeze all of the bank accounts. Okay, she is plotting, bro. She's figuring out how to take all this free money and siphoning it away so that you'll. That's why there's 17 accounts. You don't realize when she only takes $1 from every account, but over time that adds up, and then bam, she's gone. Freeze the fucking accounts, bro. Okay. So it's funny that you got that letter today. Something happened similar to me.
Uh-huh.
Not similar at all, but it's money related. I got a phone call today, a 1-800 number. I was so sure it was spam that was calling.
I never answered. Yeah.
I do, because every now and then it's like the school district or it's like Bank of America saying
an 800 number.
Maybe not always 800, right? But it's like 877 or something like that because it just comes from like a dialer service, right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So either way, like I knew 99% it was spam, but also I was kind of just like bored at work, so I was like, let's see what happens.
Yeah.
So I answer, and the guy's like, "Hello, is this?" And he said some name, and I was just like, "Yeah."
No.
No, actually, I was like, "No, this is Ryan." He's like, "Oh, well, I just called to let you know that there were 2 fraudulent charges on your bank account this morning from a William Johnson." And I was like, "Oh, no, that's totally fine. Willie, I told him it was cool."
No.
Me and Willie go way back. Oh. Okay, like I heard it in his voice, like fuck.
Yeah,
Oh.
like
I hadn't planned for you being cool with this.
that's not in our training.
So it's like, okay, I just want to make sure it's cool because the 2 charges today, they seem substantial. One was for $2,000 and another was for $900. I was like, that's all he took? I swear, I thought Willie said he was going to at least spend $6K today. So if I got out $3,000, I'm so good. I appreciate you calling me, but no, Willie's good. He could charge some more if he needs to. Thank you for letting me know. And then I really fucked with him, right? Because at that point, he goes again. He's like, "Okay, is Mary there?" And I heard the name clear this time. And "No, Mary's not here." "Where is she?" "Bro, you called." I said, "Bro, you called my phone. I don't know where your bitch is."
You should have said that.
Yes, I said that in the office today. I didn't care. There was no customers in there. Only people I was making laugh were my coworkers. They loved it. Okay, they loved it.
I would love. I just never answered them, but I would love to mess with these spam callers, scam people. God.
Like it's one of those things, you know. I know that I'm riding a fine line because now that I've answered, they know that there's a person there.
Yeah.
So the odds are forever in their favor. As in, at some point, I'm gonna get dementia and be like, "Okay, here's all my money," right? But for now, me and Willie, we riding Big Willie style. You know what I'm saying? Oh God, I wish that I could have recorded that today.
Oh, I wish you would have too.
Well, so here's the thing. I'm in Nevada, so if I was going to record him, I would have to tell him I'm recording him. At which point they're just going to hang up, right?
Yeah,
And I get it. They're doing something illegal, but that doesn't mean that they
Yeah.
can't also prove that I did something illegal and I get in trouble for it, right? So
Yeah.
leave it to a criminal to figure out the law. So
I love that. That was so good.
oh, that was fun. That was a fun show. You know, it started off a little rough with all the hate towards my child, but look, I gotta just get ready for when I gotta start bailing him out or choosing not to bail him out because,
Oh,
at some point, he's got to learn.
yeah. Well, maybe
Maybe-
maybe he'll get his
Oh.
act right.
I should send his little ass to Scared Straight. Just have a big ol' ethnic person come up to him, just be like, "Yo, you steal my sandwich?" Like, no, I didn't steal it. I thought you said I could. Oh, you can't have anything in here. This is the pen. I don't know why I turned into Mr. T. A pen
Yeah.
fool who came into the pen.
You stole my son's sandwich.
You stole my son's
Took his money. You took my son's money.
You going to jail.
Oh,
I'm
poor
knocking you out in
Asher.
3, Rock. Okay, I'm done.
Oh,
Thank you guys so much for listening to the show. This, you know what? Regardless of how much anything was this week, at least we got to just have fun for the entire show rather than having to do any kind of trauma dump on either side. Although, I still think that we need to do a little couples counseling regarding how you view the sexiness of your husband. I'm just throwing that out there. Like maybe if you thought he was sexy, like full sexy, you would know what video games he was playing. But
I do know what he's playing. How dare you? That was the one slip up.
honestly, the only reason I even bring it up is just because of how pissed you got at me. This is a weird thing about me. Is that if I have a weakness, I just keep trying to exploit it, but to make you funny or to make it funny while exploiting it, right? So at some point, you're just gonna be like, Ryan, shut the fuck up, and be like, I got it. But until then, we're gonna keep rolling with that, just small bits at a time. For anyone out there wondering, it's Helldivers 2. He's playing Helldivers 2. How do I know? Because I'm a better wife to Keith than Judy is. All right, that'll do it for this show. Thank you guys so much for listening. We really do appreciate it. Every single show. I can't believe, because I haven't been posting many clips on the YouTube channel, and we're still getting like 30 people to look at the YouTube channel podcast itself. And then we still have everyone listening on the audio platforms. Like, damn it, guys. We appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for everything. And we're going to keep trying to entertain you guys every week here on A Conversation with Judy and Ryan. Bye.
Bye.
We're still doing the tease for some reason. Just can't let this go.
I feel like
Is
you
this
just gotta
cheesy?
go back to
Is this
wear your
something che-
retainers.
Is this a cheesy thing that I do? Yeah, like if I were to text the EP, be I love you. Is it cheesy now? It's just scary.
It's just a
It's
little
scary.
Yeah.